Hi everyone, welcome into this week's My Weekly CBS Fix. Hope you had a wonderful week. I would like to dedicate this video Le'ila Nishmas, Michael Moshayev, Michal Moshe Ben Yitzchak, may his neshama have an aliyah. In this week's Parshas Balak, I just want to share with you two ideas. One is that at the beginning of the Parsha says, Vayar Balak ben Tzipar, Eis Kol Asher Asa Hashem Le'amori. Balak, the son of Tzipar, saw everything that Hashem had done to the Amorite nation. Now, what does it mean that he saw? So it doesn't necessarily mean that he literally saw. He may not have actually been there, but it means that he understood. What did he understand? What he understood is that this entire war that was just waged between the Jewish people and Sichon and Og, the two great giants, was something that was inexplicable, other than the fact that obviously God was on their side, because physically it was impossible for them to have mounted an attack against either of these two giants. They were gigantic, and the Jewish people were like ants to them, and all he had to do was literally just step on them and defeated them. The fact that they won, Balak knew that something else was their power, and he specifically needed to offset that power. And the way he wanted to offset it was by hiring Bilam, who was a non-Jewish prophet, as you know, of course, from my previous videos. And this prophet had the power of speech, and he knew that in order to offset their power, and their power was one of prayer, they always prayed to Hashem, and because they prayed to Hashem, in the merit of the prayer, the Jewish people were answered. And so to offset that, he needed to curse the Jewish people, so that Hashem should not allow their prayer to ascend to heaven, and therefore they would not have that protection, and thereby Balak would be able to amass an army and go by defeating the Jewish people in an actual physical fight. And we see from over here that a Jew's strength is really not in his action, but really if it's preceded by a heartfelt prayer, that's when Hashem allows the person to have success. Which is a lesson, of course, for all of us. We always get caught up in the actions that we do, and we do way more than we really should. And if we put a little bit more davening, a little bit more prayers into and thought into our prayers, and do it more often, then certainly we will have success. Just one other tiny little tidbit on the Parsha is that this story is unlike any other, in that this story was not witnessed at all by Moses. It was not witnessed at all by the Jewish people. It is simply a revelation that was given to Moses, and he dictated as such in the Torah. But the entire episode that this king Balak went to hire this prophet Bilam, that it should go and curse, and every time he cursed, the curses turned into blessings, that is an special demonstration of how Hashem always conducts the world's affairs for the Jewish people. And there's many, many things that we don't know that might happen to us, but Hashem is always there. Hashem never sleeps and never slumbers, as the verse says. He is the watcher of Israel, and Hashem is always watching us and taking care of us. And whether it's Bilam that happened 2,500 years ago, or whether it's our wicked enemies of today, all these things are all being watched by Hashem, but Hashem is paving the way for us, that hopefully we will have peace, and may we see Mashiach Tzidkenu. Have a great, great Shabbos. Thank you for listening. Talk to you soon.